Well, we still kind of have the issue that we don't have a roof right now. Welcome back, everybody, to a little bit extra, where I have the problem of having a library without a roof, and let's just drop down here and just look at this thing. It looks beautiful, but it's just, there's no roof. We built this. We have copper now. We can get more, easy peasy, but there's more to it. It's not just gonna be a blank slate of copper. No. We gotta mix in some warped wood and some prismarine, make it look nice. But I don't have either of those. So, that's what we're gonna do today. We are going to make a warped wood / crimson wood farm, as well as a prismarine farm, which means we have to take down an ocean monument and then build a small little farm off of the corner of it, because those farms seem to be really fast, really efficient, and we need something small right now, and we'll update it in the future. And then, of course, warped wood, which also gives us a good supply of automatic wood, because I'm pretty sure those farms don't require any player input at all, just AFK time, which is nice. So, without further ado, let me figure out which one I want to build first, and I'll go do that. Alright, so today's extra is I would really like to get myself a dog, or maybe more. We're going to go exploring eventually and find ourselves a wolf out in the wild and tame it. But before we do that, I'd like to build a farm, specifically a warped and crimson wood farm. Now, I actually already have all of the resources required in these two chests here for the farm. It is a Shulkercraft tutorial, and he has a link to the person who designed it in his video, so go ahead and check that out. But without further ado, I need to find somewhere to put this thing and build the farm. So I'll see you when it's built. And one farm complete. Yeah, it only produces warped wood right now. Technically, it's supposed to have crimson and warped nylium in there. Unfortunately, crimson forests are really far from where my home is, and it's very dangerous to get there, and I only need warped right now, so I figured that's all I needed. So we got the farm completed here, and if we go down below, we do have an entire sorting system for everything. Right now, it's only conditioned to warped wood. I believe I got everything. It circles back, so hopefully it doesn't get clogged. That probably won't cause any problems, but this room is not looking very good at all, so I think I need to fix that. I'm going to change that. So without further ado, I'm going to turn into this dirt, and when I turn around, and voila, we have a completed room. We have everything sorted out. We have all of this being for warped wood, shroom lights, the warp stem, some other good jazz. It goes around in a circle. And then I do need to, fix it, because it's currently only producing warped wood, right, as you remember. So I need to get some crimson in there, and I did plan for that, but right now everything's just set to have warped wood. However, something interesting happened. So I was designing the roof, right? I was designing the roof, and I've realized something. Something very, very important. I ended up discovering that I didn't like what I was building with all the variations using warped wood and prismarine and everything. I didn't like it. I didn't like a single bit of what I was doing. So, essentially, this entire farm is now no longer useful to us because we don't need it anymore. Because the design I liked the best happened to be just copper and cut copper randomly sprinkled about, was what I thought looked best. So, we don't need to go to a monument anymore because we no longer need prismarine, nor do we need that warped wood. But now we have warped wood farm, so I can't complain too much. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the trial chamber and get ourselves copper and all of that good jazz, so that way we can go ahead and finish the roof there. Now, fun fact, I actually already did this, and already got a ton of copper, so we've already got a decent chunk of regular copper and a little bit of waxed copper. We'll probably want a little bit more here and there, and I'll probably need more, so we'll probably go back eventually, but we have all the resources that we need for the farm. So, without further ado, I would really like to build the roof now, since I have all the resources that I could possibly need. So let's build that roof. And the roof is complete. Oh, isn't that just looking lovely? Looks really good. I'm really happy with the roof. I love the dome at the top. Originally, the first design I had was much more pointed. I didn't like it because it was too pointy. It was too triangular, you know? I really like the the dome, and of course just the tall roof just felt right with the library. I had two designs for this like window up here. I asked, I went to a Discord server and was like, hey, which one looks better, A or B? And everyone liked B, which was this design, which is actually the original design that I made. So it's kind of funny that that's the one that ended up sticking, was the actual original. But I think it looks really good. We got some stuff, and if we zoom in, you can actually see some like, I tried to do some like beat up stuff with it where you use walls a lot, and then you use glass to pull the walls so that way it kind of connects everything smoothly. And like from far away, it looks really good. Indented it as well, so that looks good. And it is all the way on the other side as well. So we have both of them there. So yeah, it's looking great. I just noticed that I still have yet to put the other layers of these here and there, but I can do that. Now that we have this roof done, it reminds me of another roof that we've done. That guy. And you might remember last episode I had mentioned that I wanted to add some weathering to this around where it's kind of dirtier. But of course all of these are already pre-waxed and we didn't have enough honeycomb to re-wax it all. So, since we're no longer making farms for the roof, because it's now done, well, why don't we make a bee farm? And I think the perfect place is over at the hobbit holes. Hobbit holes. Plural, there we have 3 of them now. But either way, I want to make another hobbit hole right here, and it'll have a bee farm inside of it. I currently have 5 beehives that may or may not have 3 bees in them. I know they have some bees, but whether or not they have 3 is the question. I got them over here in a barrel. It is one of these. It's the 3rd one. Yep, we got 5 of these. They don't stack, so they're not the same, but probably different honey levels, different levels of bees. Hopefully there's enough bees in there. Not sure. But we'll make a bee farm up there. I have a design already selected out that's actually made for 8 bee farms. So I think I'm going to try to collect 3 more beehives to make the full farm. So without further ado, let's start making another hobbit hole. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I have a finished product for the honey hobbit hole here. So you have a simple bee farm here, just 8 beehives. Found a very simple tutorial online on YouTube. I will link it down in the description. Hopefully I will remember. We have a little bit of a decoration out here. I wanted to put like flowers and stuff and a cherry tree, but these idiots kept wanting to go to the tree and to the flowers that are outside because they kept pathfinding to it, which was really annoying. So no flowers in here, unfortunately. Just kind of cover this whole thing in honeycomb, which I actually think it looks pretty cool. And then honey all over the place just to kind of add that extra little bit. And then like a little extra couple details here. This actually does have bees in it, or it did. But now it's full of honey, so it kind of gives a little bit of texture there. And like here's just the redstone. We can get up to these. Right now it's split in between. But yeah. Also, you may notice that the audio might sound a little bit different. And maybe the video quality is a little bit different. So new PC switchover during this episode. I now have an actual PC that I'm using, and the monitor I'm using is freaking massive compared to my laptop that I was using. It's about like 5 times the size. And of course, because of new PC, I had to get everything re-downloaded, meaning OBS I had to rebuild from the ground up again. And so the audio might sound a little bit different from previous clips, but I still think it should hopefully sound normal. Hopefully you can hear everything as well. We had to get that all figured out. In fact, we had to fix it right before recording this clip because the video capture wasn't working, but we've got it working now, and hopefully it'll work even when we close it and reopen it later. But I do got to get some more stuff fixed for, like, streaming once again and everything. But, yeah, that's a beehive bee thingy done. The reason we needed all of those honeycomb was for the roof over yonder, as well as for the beehives that are meant to be the floor for the library over here. So without further ado, let me go right up there. Alright, now that we're going through here, if we look to this, as you can see, we now have weathered copper on the bottom, and we have it more dense around where it is dirtier. Now moving our attention to the library, if we enter this sucker, you'll notice we have a floor. It looks very nice in here, and it actually extends the entire way except out here, because of course I don't have all the bookshelves required. I need to go around and put the bookshelves all there. Oh, that is... Whoa, that's... Okay, good. You guys can't see that, but I can. There's some really weird coloration thingies happening on my screen, but that's fine. It looks kind of cool. Up here, this is obviously done and dusted. We have lanterns in the windows. Mobs can spawn up there, but we don't worry about that. And then, of course, we have this that wraps around this way. I might need to fix that. And we've slowly started getting these idiots in place here. And as you can see, we're ready. You won't really, I mean, you'll be able to see it on their feet, but that's fine. And then we have the lecterns there. So I am going to try to get this all done and dusted, so I will see you when that is done. I'm out already. And I already spent like 3 stacks of emeralds just on that. Okay, this is going to take way too long to get this entire thing out and get this video out on a time that's manageable. So I think we're going to leave the interior of this and the bookshelving of the library for a next episode problem. Yes, probably for the best. So the interior to the library is something I'm going to wait on, but something we can do is the exterior a little bit. I need to fix this. For some reason, I keep forgetting about the fact that I even did this design feature, and I need to fill it all the way up to the top there. But also, I want to kind of get a little bit of a courtyard here. I want to put some trees in here, just some small trees. Kind of add some greenery, and maybe put some benches over here, and maybe a nice little, I think like a coral garden. You know, one of those things that they do? I think that would look really cool right in the middle. So let me go ahead and build that real quick. And just like that, we have an exterior, like, little portion here. Obviously, the exterior was already built. Now we have, like, a little nice area. We've put some stone and bricks here to kind of break up the monotony of the coarse dirt. We have 3 lovely benches that you can sit on, using, like, a coral kind of flower bed here instead of, you know, putting actual flowers. I think that looks really cool. I really like the trees as well, if we run back here. I like the little pop of green that's just kind of in the corners there. That's something I was envisioning from the beginning when I designed the library, so I'm glad to see that. And then, of course, we have some nice little lampposts here. I kind of like those. They'll probably repeat those designs around the entirety of this, like, town area. Just because I think those look good, though. They're subject to change. I might change them so they look a little bit better or look a little different. Not 100% sure. Those are more of a template than anything of, like, I kind of want a lamppost here. I like the idea of a lamppost. I think it looks pretty good. And then both of these sides are equivalent. As you can see, I got rid of the rail as well. But we used hanging signs as kind of like a railing, and I really like the way that looks. I think it looks really cool. It looks like a proper railing. We come up here, and then you go inside, and it looks all good. I'm going to put bookshelves here. Yeah, so we kind of have all of these areas, and we actually have, if we go all the way up here, this is actually full as well with all villagers, which means that down here, this is all that's left for all the villagers we need to make. But I need all the bookshelves to fill this up, and as mentioned previously, that's going to be a next episode problem. Right now, we're not going to worry about that. But I want to do one last thing before I end today's episode. It's something I've actually wanted to do for a while. I want to get myself a wolf. Yes, I'm a little lonely here, and the villagers, they just herm and haw the whole time. I'd like a nice companion. And now that we have new wolf textures, I'd love to, in the future, get every single one. But for now, I want to get a starter wolf, so I think I'm going to go exploring and try to find one. And now, yeah, let's go ahead and use those bones we have left, if we do have any, and find ourselves a wolf. And I will meet you guys back in the Hobbit Hole when I do. Alrighty, so I have not 1, not 2, but 3 new wolves. We have a regular forest wolf here. But then we have 2 tiger wolves, one of them sitting in the corner over here, and the other one right next to my bed. So now we have wolves. I'm quite excited for that. And I'm going to chill right here and end the episode. Thank you all for watching. That's going to be all. Bye-o. Alright, got some stone that I need to put away. I gotta fix that.